Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we are today seeing the some scenario based questions on Tableau. So this is the part 2 of the video. So if you have not seen the part 1 of the video, go check it out, then come back to this video. So we'll start. So our first question is Emily is analyzing a dataset for a year-long marketing campaign evaluation at Retail Corp. The dataset includes detailed customer reviews consisting of text, numerical ratings, and timestamps. To assess the campaign's impact on customer sentiment over various phases, she aims to visualize how sentiment trends evolve over time. Considering the complexity of correlating textual feedback with specific campaign milestone, which data preparation task is most crucial for enabling this analysis. So we have four options here. Removing duplicate reviews to avoid skewing the sentiment analysis. Converting text reviews into numerical sentiment scores for analysis. Normalizing timestamps to a standard format for accurate trend visualization. And fourth is filling in missing ratings with the average value to ensure completeness. So the most appropriate answer for this question is second one, converting text reviews into numerical sentiment scores for analysis. 13th question is Alice is working with a large data set that includes customer IDs, order dates, and order amounts. When she drags the order date field onto the column shelf, it shows as a blue pill. She wants to create a line chart that shows order amounts over time. What should she do to facilitate that? When she is dragging the order date field onto the column shell, it is showing as a blue pill. Okay, so we will eliminate one by one. Convert order amount to a geographical field. Geographical field is not relevant here, so we will eliminate that. Convert order date to a string field. That's also wrong. We cannot make it a string because we have date as a data type. Then we have convert order amount to a dimension. We cannot convert it to a dimension. That is also wrong. We have convert order date to a continuous date field. This is the correct answer. Next question is Jennifer, a lead data scientist at Geno Health Solution, is analyzing a genomic data to identify genetic markers associated with rare diseases. So Jennifer is analyzing genomic data, which is a complex data set. She needs to compare multiple variables at once to find patterns in how they relate. Which visualization technique should she consider to effectively visualize the relationships between genes and phenotypes? So she has genes and phenotypes and she wants to see the relationships among them. And she should be able to compare it with multiple variables. Okay. And genomic data itself is a complex data. So we have heat maps, we have parallel coordinate plots, we have Sankey diagrams and violin plots. So you might know how heat maps looks. So on the right side for your reference I have put the images of parallel coordinate plots. So this one is parallel coordinate plots, this is Sankey diagrams, and this is violin plots. So if you see these diagrams on the right, what do you think, which visualization will be able to give us will help us to compare multiple variables? What do you think? Because she needs to compare multiple variables at once to find patterns in how they relate. So we have parallel coordinate system. Sankey diagrams is kind of used to give flow between your data. So here correct answer is parallel coordinate systems, because you can see here she have genes and phenotypes and it can give us a lot of complex uh, it will help us to find all the patterns in the visualization. Next question we have, Victoria is analyzing survey data where respondents rated their agreement with various statements on a scale of 1 to 5. She wants to visualize the distribution of responses to quickly identify any outlier statements that might have significantly different ratings than the others. What type of chart she should use here? First is pie chart. you know how a pie chart looks. Second, we have histogram. So on this right hand side, I have put the visualizations. So this is histogram, this is box and whisker plot, and scatter plot. So what is Victoria's requirement is, Victoria is analyzing survey data. She wants to visualize the distribution of responses, okay, so distribution of data, and she wants to quickly identify any outlier. So if you want to see visualize the distribution and outliers, the correct option for this is box and whisker plots. Next question we have, Sam is creating a Tableau visualization for his company's sales data. He wants to calculate the total sales for each category, regardless of any other filters applied on the dashboard. Which type of LOD expression should he use for that? First is fixed, the second include, third exclude, fourth is contains. So contains is not a LOD expression, it is just used to find search something within your data field, so it is not a correct option. Then we have include and exclude. So include and exclude, it is like in our requirement is there regardless of any other filters applied on the dashboard. So if you have applied any filter, if you use include or exclude, those filters will affect your calculation, which is your total sales for each category. So include and exclude also are no correct options. So we are left with fixed. So if you use fixed, it will fix your calculation on the category and total sales, and even if you have applied any other filter, it won't affect that. So correct answer is fixed. Next question, James dragged region. Okay, region is we have a column onto the column shelf in Tableau, and notice the field is green. Okay, what does this indicate about the region field? So if a field is green, it can be either a measure or numerical field, or it will be a continuous or sequential field. So we are among these two, something will be the answer. So we will see which one will be the correct. So we will see what is B. It is a discrete or categorical field. So if it is a discrete or categorical field, its color will be blue. It won't be it won't be green. Okay. And next we have fourth option, it's an aggregate field. So even if you aggregate it, it won't alone cause it to become green. So now we have two options, it's a measure or numerical field, and it's a continuous or sequential field. So we'll see what we have. We have region. So region data is not usually in numerics, not in numbers. So what we are left with, it's a continuous or sequential field. So that is our correct answer. Next question, Julia, a data analyst, is working with a data set that contains a list of cities and the corresponding temperatures recorded. Okay, she has a data which has a list of cities and their corresponding temperatures. She realizes there are repeated entries for some cities and wants to present an average temperature. Okay, she wants to present an average temperature for each city in a bar chart. Which Tableau feature should Julia use to achieve this? Okay, first we have grouping, second we have aggregation, third we have joining, and fourth we have blending. So let's see our question again. What is there? She wants to present an average temperature. As soon as you see an average temperature, average means aggregation will be done on that data. So most obviously aggregation second, that will be our correct answer for this one. Adjoining is like if you have data from different tables, if you want to combine it, you will be joining. And blending, if you have data from different sources, if you want to combine them, you will use blending. Next question, Jack, a data scientist, is working on a health data project and wants to create bins of age data to organize patients into young, middle-aged, and old. Okay, he wants to categorize the data into three different categories. Which Tableau feature should he use here? First is parameter. So parameter is used for like user defined functions, not exactly for categorizing our data. So it is not a correct answer here. so we will cross it out. Then we'll see which is not a correct answer. So fourth one is hierarchy. Hierarchy is like if you want to make your data in a parent-child relationship type, so then you will use hierarchy option. So it would also doesn't help us to categorize our data. So we are left with option 2 and option 3, group and bin. So this gets kind of confusing here, group and bin. So group, we can customly define the young, who is young, and their age, from which age to what age, the lower boundary and upper. For middle age also we can do that, and old also we can do that. In bin, it will create some intervals like an interval of 5, 5, 5, 5, but it won't exactly let us write for that for that interval. It will be called as young. So from my opinion, the correct answer for this is group. But if you think that the correct answer is bin, please let me know in the comments why you think it is. Question 20. Team recently produced a Tableau visualization of sales data and wishes to showcase the name of the sales representatives as a title. Which function should he use here? Okay, he wants to show the name of sales representative as title. We'll see one by one what we have. First we have upper. So upper, this function is used for if anything is in lower letter, it will convert to upper letter. So it will convert to uppercase. This is not the correct answer. Then second we have int. This will convert, if you have any string, it will convert to an integer. So just conversion of the data type. This is not a correct answer because he wants to showcase the name of sales representatives. Then we have year. Year will just, if you have a date field, it will extract the year from it, so not satisfying our requirement. So this is not a correct answer. Fourth is we have if null. If null, so suppose if we require a variable, it is not there, for example it is null, we can specify something like if it is not there we can output something we desire. So in this case he wants to showcase the name of sales representatives. We can write as if name, if null, and the name of the sales representative, it is not there, we can write as the name is not available. Like that we can write the function. So fourth is the correct answer, if null. Question 21. Melissa, a data analyst must generate insights on customer purchasing trends in different regions. She uses a dimension filter to select region, okay, and then applies a top 10 filter to identify top 10 selling items, okay. However, she notices the visualization does not reflect the intended output. Why could this be the case? The top 10 filter operates before the dimension filter. Second, the dimension filter operates before the top 10 filter. Third, the both filters operate simultaneously. And fourth is the filters do not influence each other. So this is incorrect. The filters do influence each other. Both filters do not operate simultaneously. On right side I have given you this image. Order of operations. We can see which filter applies before another filters. So you can see here the dimension filter is applying before the major filters and also the totals. So in this case the correct answer will be the dimension filter operates before the top 10 filter. Second is the correct answer. First will be incorrect. Next, Michael has a data set with the profit and sales for each transaction. He wants to create a scatter plot in Tableau to compare the profit and sales for each transaction. How should he set the field types for profit and sales? So you know profit and sales both belong numerical data type. And another measure we have is transaction. He wants to create a scatter plot. So for this, as both will be numerical, profit and sales, the correct answer will be the first one, which is profit as a measure and sales as a measure. And he has another dimension which is like transactions, so like number of transactions. You can put it in like in rows and profit and sales in columns, so both will be in the same. This will be the correct answer. Next, John, a Tableau beginner, has a data set containing sales, profit, and region columns. He wants to visualize sales and profit based on the region. What should he classify region in this scenario? So he wants to use classify based on region. So if you want to classify something, it should be a dimension, because if it is a measure, it won't be a categorical data. Measure is like it will be used for aggregation. If you want to sum something or take an average, dimension will be used for categorical. So the correct answer is here dimension. When working with a dataset in Tableau, Ben noticed every time he dragged the sales field to rows or columns, it always shows as a green pill. He wants to view individual sales records. What should he do to make the sale fields appear as a blue pill? So it is not appearing as a blue pill, it is appearing as a green pill, because it may be numerical data or it is a continuous one. He wants to see individual records now. So we'll see what options we have. We will eliminate one by one. We have convert sales to date field. We will go from last. Convert sales to date field. So sales cannot be a date field. So this is incorrect. Then we have convert sales to a geography field. It is not geographic data, so not relevant. Then we have convert sales to a dimension. So if we will convert sales to a dimension, it will be converted to a blue pill. So this is kind of a correct answer. So B is our correct answer. A is convert sales to a string field. Even if you convert sales to a string field, it might not be converted to a blue pill, and it won't give us like individual sales records. So not a correct answer. Question 25. Lily is using Tableau to analyze the sales data for a chain of grocery stores. Okay, she is analyzing sales data for grocery stores. She has monthly sales data for each store, okay, and wishes to compare the sales performance over a year. She has data, monthly data, and she is wishing to compare the sales performance over a year. She also wants to highlight the months in which each store had the highest sales. So just if some month is there which did a good sales, she just wants to highlight that. So which chart helps her do so? Geographic map. It will give us kind of a geographical map. So this is not helpful. Then we will see bar chart. Bar chart we can visualize this, but we cannot specifically highlight the months and cannot show like over a year performance consistently. So no. Third, we have line chart with markers. So I put here one graph for your understanding. So I can see it's also share value over a year, and below is like months. Months are shown, and the sales performance can be shown here using a line chart. And these markers help to highlight the months. So this is what Lily requires. So the correct answer we have is third one, line chart with markers. You can see on this image also on the top right, line with markers. Use this chart type to show trends over time, like year, months, or days, or categories. So this is the correct answer. Next question. Alan has a field in his Tableau data that comprises mixed numbers and non-number characters. Okay. To distinguish the numerical values from the rest, he wants to check if a field value is number. So he wants to check if a field value is a number. Which function helps him make this distinction? So this is very simple question. You might already know the answer. The answer is first one, is number. So is number will help us to find if a value is number or not. Next option we have round. So if we have a number like 14.96, it will round it off to 15. So it is used to round off, not satisfying our requirement. Int, it is used to convert something to integer, not satisfying our requirement. And cos is like tan cos, like our trigonometric functions. If we give it some numerical function value, if we pass it on, it will give us the cosine value of it, not relevant here. Ethan is analyzing a data set in Tableau with the date field. When he drags it to the column shelf, the date field is green. He must compare the sales on a quarterly basis. So he changes the field from day to quarter. He has the date field, he converted it from day to quarter. However, it remains green. What is the reason for that? Okay, we will see one by one. It is not an error. Question is just asking us why it is remaining green. So because the date field contains null values, so even if it is contain null values, it doesn't affect the color of it. So incorrect. Because the date field is a numerical field, no dates, it is not a numerical field, it is a continuous value, so no. Third, because the quarter function doesn't change the field type. Yeah, this is the correct answer. And fourth option we have, because the date field is a calculated field. So even if it is a calculated field, it can be either a green pill or a blue pill, so it doesn't affect that. So no. Next question, a developer wants to create a visualization showing states of the United States in different shades of color. Okay, he wants to show state different shades of colors according to the ratio of their population. Okay, which of the following visualizations will show the correct solution? So here I have shown you three images. I will tell you symbol map first. Symbol map is this one, the upper right image. Second is density map, just below that, the bottom right image. It is showing us different colors, but we wants to requirement is shades of color. Okay, so you can see this map population by county. It has different shades of colors, and it is the third option, choropleth map. So this will be become our correct answer. Third is choropleth map, that is our correct option. And fourth is tree map. You know our tree map loops, and that is not a correct option because that is not a geographical visualization. Next question, a developer working on Tableau wants to load the data that can be identified by default. Which of the following options can be used for this? Okay, we will go from reverse order. No specific order. No, that is not our requirement, so that is incorrect. Next, Z to ascending order. So whatever data this developer will load, it will get loaded in ascending order, Z to A. That is not what we want. And next we have A to Z ascending order. There is also not a requirement, so we are left with data source order. So whatever will be the source, that same default will be loaded in our Tableau. So that is correct answer. Next question, Polly wants to use a file format containing the data used in a TWB file in a highly compressed columnar data format. Identify the file format that can be used for this. So if the user wants to create a highly compressed columnar data, the file format for this will be hyper. Hyper is the right file format. Next question, as a developer working on Tableau, Henry wants to create a data set. What is the maximum number of columns possible in Tableau? So for this question, whatever options are given here, 32 columns, 255, 256, 1024 columns, all of these options are actually not correct. So if you see in 2019 version or before that, the maximum number of columns allowed, they were around 16 columns. And then as the some new versions introduced, like from 2020 to 21, so they increased the max number of columns to 50 columns. But Tableau doesn't support this much columns, like 251 and 256. So 32 won't be a correct answer for this. 1024 is just too much columns, so not possible. So from some resources they suggest 255 columns could be the right answer, but it is not technically the totally correct answer. So I'm looking forward to it, what could be the correct answer, but the correct answer is for now is like 50 columns, which is none of the above. So if you are using Tableau 2024 or 2023, please let me know in comments that what is the maximum number of columns allowed in Tableau. I'm using 2020 version, so it has 50 columns allowed. Next question. As a data analyst, you want to measure the duration of an employee in the office. So how much time an employee is in the office, data analyst want to measure. You have time as in time and out time, so like punch in time and punch out time. How can you calculate the duration in an hour in Tableau? So there will be some data set, it will have in time and out time. We'll see which function we can use. We will go with reverse order. So we have difference, diff hour in time and out time. So diff, it is not a correct function. Then date is not exactly giving us any difference, so between two variables, so not a correct option. So now we are left with the date difference. This is like the correct function for our question. So we'll see what are the parameters inside of it: hour, in time and out time. So one in first one it is mentioned as HR, in second it is mentioned as hour. So correct option is the second one, B, date difference, hour, in time and out time. That is the correct syntax. First one is a not correct syntax. You should not mention hour as HR. Okay, so incorrect. Next question. As a developer, you want to create a visualization such that the profit and sales of different products should be in a single visualization. Which of the following charts can you use? So as a developer, you want to create a visualization such that the profit and sales of different products, we have different products, should be in a single visualization. Which of the following charts can you use? First is scatter plot. I shown you how scatter plot looks in some previous questions. Next we have tree map. So in this top right corner I have shown how a tree map looks. So exactly we cannot here show both profit and sales and different products, so tree map not a correct option. I will just cross it out. Then we have dual axis chart. So in this bottom right corner I have shown how a dual axis chart looks. So if you see on this, on the y-axis, on the left there are sales, on the right there are profits. So we are showing both sales and profit, and here as a developer we can wants to show different products. So if you see on the x-axis we have furniture, office supply, technology, different products, we are able to show that. So this is a dual axis chart, so that is a correct answer. And please in Tableau learn how to visualize dual axis chart, because in exam it might appear, because in the last May cycle it was asked to do a dual axis chart. Yeah, and histogram won't be a correct option for this. A developer has created a dashboard using 4 worksheets. Okay, field, map color, combo chart, parameters, and table calculation rank. Okay, how can you ensure that when the user clicks on a data element on a chart, it is also filtered with that data element? Okay, so if you know dashboard, you have created different visualization, you can combine them in a single dashboard. So if you are clicking on some data parameter, all other should be getting filtered. So what should be done? We will see options. Option A, use as group property in a chart, makes the data element in that chart act as a group to other sheets and charts on the desired chart. Click on the pull down menu on the right and select use as group. So this is getting replicated on option B, C, D. So they are saying use a set property, use a parameter property, use a filter property, and in the last in the pull down menu on the right, select use as set, use as parameter, or use as filter. So since we want to filter it out, the correct option will be option D, use as filter. Use as filter property in the chart. Next question, the user wants to display various colors in a bar chart based on the following condition. If the profit is greater than $10,000, the bar will be green. If the profit is less than $10,000, the bar will be red. So just we are creating a function. If the profit is greater than $10,000, it should be green. Which of the following features can be used for this? So we'll see. First function, if some profit is greater than 10,000, then green. Else if some profit is 10,000, then red. So syntax itself is not correct in this. So first is incorrect option. Then second option, if sum of profit is greater than 10,000, then green, else red. So this will be the correct answer because this syntax is also correct. This is satisfying our condition. Third, we will see if sum is profit is greater than 10,000, then color will equal to green. So this syntax is incorrect in Tableau. And in the four option, they are telling us to create a parameter and then create a calculated field based on this created parameter and then apply a color. So this is not a correct option, not an easy way to do. So that's all the question I have for this video. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as I see more numbers, I get more motivation to make more videos. And if this content is really helping you out, please comment and let me know if it is helping you out or not, and what if you have any feedback, please let me know. If you have any doubt or if you think some question I have answered incorrectly, please let me know in that comments. Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye bye.